What's down, Chinchow? LanturnJoe here. Welcome back to another episode of the Pokémon Scarlet Let's Play. In the last episode, we didn't really do that much actually. We got a Master Ball from our director, from Director Carvel, and I talked about how I'm going to be doing the after game of this game. So there is a little after game. It's not too much because, you know, DLC is a thing. We'll be getting that eventually, but for the moment in time, there's a little bit of after game to do. So, what I've done off screen is basically gone to all the classes and answered all the questions, done midterms, but I haven't done finals yet. And that's where today's episode comes in. We're going to do finals today. So we're going to do the biology final, maths final, history, languages, battle studies, arts, and home economics. We're going to do all of those today and then see what rewards we get for doing all the exams and of course also befriending all the teachers, because I've done that off screen too. So we're going to start off with biology, Mr. Jock. I have a guide here just in case. It probably will come in handy. Hello everyone. Today is the final exam. It will cover everything that we have taught so far. I'm sure you will do fine. Please take your time and try to answer every question carefully. Now, there are 5 questions you need to answer in every exam. There is a right answer to every question, and of course also, if you get 3 out of 5, it technically counts as a pass. So that's all you need to get. You need to get 3 out of 5 correct, and you will get a pass. So, question number 1. How many of the following 4 methods make it easier to catch Pokemon? Inflicting paralysis, using a Pokeball, using a Poketol, feeding it a berry, surprising it from behind. 2 of those methods. Because like inflicting paralysis and surprising it from behind are pretty good at doing that. Especially if you're going to be able to auto catch. If you're in Go, you can feed it berries, and that works too, but we're not playing Go right now. True or false? You can get a new Pokemon only by catching. You can get new Pokemon only by catching them yourself or trading them with other trainers. No, there are other ways to get Pokemon. You can breed. So I'm going to say that's false. If a Pokemon is holding an Everstone, using an item that introduces evolution, such as a Firestone, allow it to evolve? Well, the answer is no to this, but there was times when technically holding an Everstone and then using a Stone Evolution actually would work. They'd cancel each other out, and the evolution would still happen. These days they cancel each other out, and evolution does not happen. So it's just like, but you don't lose that stone. I believe that's how it works these days. So. What is the probability of running into a shiny? Well, it used to be quite higher than this, but according to the guide, these days it's 1 in 4,000. But again, you can update that with shiny sandwiches that are apparently available in the after game, and shiny raids, and of course also the shiny charm. Ornithoreo has 3 different forms. No, it has 4. This won't affect your grade. Do you have anything you'd like to say about this class? I'm still getting used to this whole teaching thing, but I'm sure I've had fun training as a teacher. It doesn't affect my grade, so keep teaching, you can do it. You must get 3 out of 5 to pass the midterms and 4 questions correct to pass your finals. Okay, so forget what I said at the start of the episode. You need to get 4 questions correct to pass your finals. Oh. I must have got a question wrong. Well, I passed either way. It doesn't really matter, really. I passed either way, so I'm happy. Alright, next one is maths. So let's go to the maths class. Alright everyone, it's time for our final exam. I'm sure the fun experiences you've had in our class will serve you with the correct answers. Okie dokie. So, question number 1. How many Great Balls can I purchase with £3,000? If one of them costs £600. Okay. You can buy 5. Yeah. Because you can split 600 into 5 different, ways, because it's 30. 3 times 5, 6 times 5 is 30. You just add an extra 2 zeros. If a water-type move with a power of 100 lands a crit on a grass-type Pokemon, how much power will the move be? Well, if it's resisted, it's halved, but it's a critical hit, it's put it back, it's doubled, so 75? Under normal conditions, what is the percentage chances that Stone Edge does not land with a crit? No, Stone Edge lands a crit. Okay. 12, because it does have a higher crit chance. If a Pokemon uses Swords Dance twice to boost its attack by 4 stages, how much damage will its physical moves do? Triple. Question number 5. If a Rock-type Pokemon whose Terra type is Rock, how much power will Rock-type moves do? I want to say 2 times, but I'm going to go to the guide and just see what the actual correct answer is. Oh, it is 2. But it should be doubled. Okay, for my maths exam, I got 5 out of 5 correct. And I got 5 medium candies for that. Alright, history is next. Greetings, my little students. It is time for our final examination. Summon your historical knowledge from the dark resources of your mind and answer these questions. Alright. So most of the history class is basically about Paldean history, not very much about any other games. Basically it's mostly about Area Zero, really. How many years ago was this academy founded? About 805 is the correct answer? I don't know too much about previous history of this academy, but yeah. I found all the answers are probably in the library and the entrance hall, but I don't know them because I'm not bothering to actually read. Question number 4. Within which Area Zero expedition member wrote the record of the team's activities? Heath. Question number 5. How many years ago did Professor Sada invent terror orbs? 10, right? But it's the same age as what Arvin is. And I got 5 out of 5 correct. Yay! Alright, languages next. I have no idea what you're saying. Take our final exam and relax. This is and do your best work. Are you ready? Let's begin. Alright. Question number 1. Which of the following means delicious? Now apparently it's B. I have no idea how to pronounce any of these, because it's just languages course, so I'm going to say that. What does these foreign phrases mean? I love you? Based on what you just heard, what emotion is Pikachu displaying? Anger. Based on what you've just heard, what emotion is Pikachu displaying? Happiness, apparently. What is your beloved teacher's name? D. Mr. Saboteur. Not really a question, but sure, what's the teacher's name? And for languages, I got 5 out of 5 correct. Alright, battle studies is next. It's finally game day. Today is our final exam. It's time to put those games faces on and do battle with these test sheets. Alright, so most of her questions are about, battles and mostly terror raid battles. which I haven't really done played around with, so I don't really know. So I'm going to be going off the guide here. First one is go all out. What do you call? What do we call battles that Pokemon sent out on their own using the R button? They are called auto battles. How should your Pokemon gain league points? I mean, you shouldn't do C because that's what Penny did. But apparently, exchange materials is the right idea. High-level Pokemon are adjusted to what level in flat battles? 50. Using normal rules in link battles, you can use multiple Pokemon of the same species and multiples holding the same item. Is that true or false? I believe that's true. Yeah, that's true. But there are rules that state you can't do that as well. Just normal, under general rules, you can use multiple Pokemon with the same item and, of course, multiple Pokemon of the same breed. Multiples of the same Pokemon. Because I've had tournaments where we've basically done like all EVs before. Alright, so next up is art. We'll do that in a minute. We got 5 out of 5 correct. Okay, art is next with Mr. Hassel, the Elite Four. I hope you are all ready because it's our final exam. Focus and do your best. And begin. What is the name of the restaurant where you can where your Pokemon can change their Terra types? Apparently, it's the Treasure Eatery. I've never been there before, but apparently that's what you can do there, according to the guides. What is the name of Brutus's signature inspiration? Some flora. How many waterfalls can you count in the 10 sites of Paldea? 2. Where can you find Million Volt Skyline? B. Lavenia, and of course also the marks on your Pokemon represent when you first met that Pokemon, and none can be added later. That is false. Pokemon can earn marks in these games these days, as well as when you catch them, but like you can also earn marks. Oh, I must got one wrong. It's okay, I got 4 out of 5, that's fine. It's still a passing grade. I don't think you get anything for answering every question correct. As long as you pass, that's all they really care about. Question number 1. For the following meal powers, it takes easier to sparkling powers. Which of the following is not an effect on egg power? Doesn't help strong Pokemon. You hatch strong Pokemon. What is a simple yet important tactic for increasing effectiveness of meal power? Making food with others. What is the correct action to take when your adorable Pokemon are dirty? Pokemon wash. This is a question about academic rules. Academy rules. Should you change your tops to go with the season? No. Doesn't really matter. You can do, but it doesn't really matter. Now you've finished all your classes and passed all the exams, you get 5 large rare candies as well. Experience candies. And now you can revisit classes if you want to, but you don't actually have to. And now if you've done all the classes, you've befriended all the teachers, you should be able to do these are the final cutscenes. Joanne, the time has finally come. The Cursed Treasures, the 4 Pokemon of Ruin. They exist. And I've stumbled upon the truth in a newspaper of all places, an interview piece with a carpenter no less. The Pokemon wielders apparently used sacred stakes to seal these treasures in the ground. There are separate shrines for each of the 4 Pokemon. 8 stakes driven into the ground in the surrounding areas of each shrine. Keep the power at bay. Okay, they look like that. In other words, if all the stakes for the given shrine were removed, it would release the Pokemon inside. Don't you think it would be nice to free those Pokemon that are confined to the shrines, Joanne? Sure. A kind soul, I see, proving to be truly useful. According to the descent, all of the Pokemon wielders in the story must have a bond with Pokemon in order to remove the stakes. I'm sure someone as Pokemon savvy as yourself would be able to do that. You can choose for yourself whether to believe me or not, but I will mark the locations of the shrines on your map. I'd go myself, but of course skipping out of my class to go on adventures seems to be a little bit more made the director a bit suspicious of me. You can think of this as part of your treasure hunt. Treasures of ruins are still treasures, after all. I hope you investigate these shrines if you are so inclined to do so. I am very much inclined to do so, so I will do that, Miss Ranford. because, you know, it means more legendary Pokemon. But of course, Joe's legendary luck is awful. But yeah, that's something we can do in the next few episodes, because there are 4 new Pokemon for us to get this way. New kid. Oi, new kid. Here to do a little shopping? I came to see you, actually. So you came to see me, did you? I'm here to check out the sandwiches they've got for sale. They've got some the school store sandwiches taste great and provide excellent nutrition for balance as well. Not making your own? I guess I'm not used to it yet. All that training has sort of wore me out. I have achieved my goal, so I'm going to take a break from sandwich making for a bit. Oh right, I didn't tell you what my goal was. I wanted to pay Nurse Miriam back for everything that she's done for me. It was my way of saying thanks. She's so nice and so skilled at what she does. I really look up to her. I wanted to try sandwich making, so I could be skilled at something for other people, like she is. But I guess I just wasn't cut out for it. Oh, yeah. What I am cut out for, though, is being full of energy, so I've decided to focus on that instead. Like I say in class, I think people and Pokemon should make their strong points stronger. You really helped me out, new kid, so take these as my way of saying thanks. Oh, 10 bottles of protein. Nice. Alright then. What should I go with today? What should I get my protein into? Okay. I think Miss Ranford will stay in the main halls as you try and catch the 4 legendaries. You know, to sort of mark off your progress, if you will. Hello, Mr. Hassel. Why, hello there, Joanne. You always seem to appear at the most critical of moments. Most critical of moments? Well, you see... Mr. Hassel, I'm here to collect you. I see. I'm so glad you finally made up your mind about taking your place as the leader of my family. Well, it is indeed true that I have made up my mind. I have made up my mind to continue teaching here at the academy. But how could you? Are you saying that you don't care what happens to our proud lineage? I'm saying that I have other priorities. Have a look around you at the art decorating this room, would you? The children here are letting their perceptions grow freely. I do not wish to say that protecting our family's ancient bloodline is not important. I simply wish to see young talents blossom and grow into the future. It just seems so much more fun to me, if I'm being honest. What utter nonsense, and yet your fearless, unflinching commitment to that nonsense vision proves that you're worthy of continuing the will of the dragons, Master Hassel. I will not give up I will come as many times as I need in order to change your mind. Oh, and by all means, my door is open. I think you'll soon find you've met your match in stubbornness. You thought you could be, I could be cowed by some simple story spun up about my father's disintegrating health. I'm not so easily fooled. I will return another day. Sorry you had to see that. I was so close to resigning my post as a teacher and returning home, but the students gave me the courage to say no, and that includes you, Joanne. Your words truly brought me my strength. I cannot think of a way that I could possibly repay the debt to you young ones. Take this, if you will. Oh, 50 Terra Dragon Shards. Nice. I, Hassel, will continue to choose my path as an instructor of the youths of our world. Okay. Miss Joanne, about the matter with which I need your help. I have met the name of an incredibly sweet condiment. It is called Sweet Herba Mystica. If you should find during your course on your joint, I would gratefully like you to share some with me. Ah, okay, so if I get herbs, I can bring them to him. I'm guessing you'll show me how to make the sandwiches. Like the legendary sandwiches. My dear Joanne, Poami is as healthy as can be now. Heh, well, it seems being quiet is simply part of its own personality. But it's hard for a Pokemon to communicate when its fellows without speaking up. As you know, wild Pokemon use their cries to tell others all sorts of things, like the location of food and whether predators are nearby. So even if I was to release one back into the wild, I'm afraid that may not be able to do those sorts of things. What do you think, Joanne? Where does Poami with you, Mr. Sabaton? Oh, I didn't expect you to hear that. My name. So you think it should say here with me? Yes. I was so focused on getting this Pokemon back to health, so it could return to the wild, I did not even consider the possibility of making it my own. What do you think about this idea, my little Poami friend? Poami spoke at last. Even without speaking Pokemon language myself, I know its reply is yes. Oh, my dear Joanne, mercy so very much for all your help with my Poami. All these reasons are you should have this a rare Pokemon for you to raise. This is a Meowth. This is Ghanaian Meowth, actually. I am so happy. Yes, I, Sabaton, will take it upon myself to look after this poor army. For good. I will indeed. So there we go, that is how you get Ghanaian Meowth in this game. It has a careful nature. Okay, cool. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I'm going to do for today's episode. In the next episode, we are going to be heading offwards to go and find the 4 stake Pokemon. Oh, before we go, there's another thing we need to do at this. Miss Time is in the schoolyard somewhere. There she is. Joanne, help me keep an eye out, would you? I've set up a little ambush here for that little girl who keeps watching me. She'll be here any second. An ambush? Well, you see, I'm not very pleasant. No, it's not very pleasant knowing that she's always staring at me all the time. And now I know what she looks like after seeing her in the cafeteria. It's you, isn't it? The one who's been secretly watching me. Time, how did you know I guess you noticed me. I'm so sorry. Well, of course I noticed you. You were watching me particularly all day, every day. After all, I assumed there was something you wanted to ask me. Yes, I do. I'm a huge fan of yours since your time as a gym leader. I love the rock-type moves so very much. Oh my. But you suddenly retired from your post as a gym leader about 1.5 years ago. Why did you quit? My goodness, that's what you wanted to ask me? Yes, your reason for retiring was never made public. But it's well known among the students here, you just keep on avoiding that question when asked. So I thought it would be rude of me to ask that question that you didn't want to answer, so I couldn't find the courage to ask it. So that's why you felt so very insightful. I see, forgive me. So very intense. Never mind that. The reason I quit my job as a gym leader is because I wanted to focus on my job as a teacher. It's not that I disliked gym leading and all that other stuff. Quite the contrary, actually. Talking about the gym fills me with feelings of nostalgia and sadness. That's why I always avoided that answer when students asked. Oh, I see. Do you have any plans to become a gym leader again? No, I'm afraid I plan not to. My sister is doing a splendid job as a gym leader in my stead. I personally find being a teacher is more enjoyable these days, so I'm in fact your teacher. I would appreciate it if you would call me Miss Time, as most students do, and not just Time. Okay, I'm sad to hear that, but I understand. So thank you very much, Miss Time. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery. That made me so nervous. I said so many things to try and sound so cool. I'm currently a little scared of when that girl's intense gaze is on me. But having you here allowed me to do what was needed to be done, to face and turn to face what I turned out to be one of my biggest fans. I must thank you for always showing up at the right time, Joanne. I got 50 rock terror shards for that. Nice. And I formed a strong bond with Miss Time. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens when you befriend all the teachers and you finish off all the classes. Because that's what I have done. I have finished off all the classes and befriended all the teachers and got all the rewards from school. Except for like collecting the Herba Mystica for Mr. Saboteur. Yeah, for our home ec teacher, and of course also Miss Ranford wants me to get the Pokemon. So we'll do get these new legendary Pokemon. So we'll do that in the next couple episodes of our Pokemon Scarlet Let's Play. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Join us next time, but until then, I am LanturnJoe. Mean to the Pokemon get to Laza. Everybody get Pokemon. Good night. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, then please consider leaving a like, comment and subscribing for more videos. And of course, if you ring the bell, you'll be notified first when those videos come out. You can follow me on Twitter at LanturnJoe, where you'll get news, thoughts and opinions from me and the rest of the Lantern Nation. And of course, if you want to watch some more videos, there should be something in the top right and top left hand corner of this here end card. But until next time, I have been LanturnJoe, and I'll see you on the next video.